Hi, this is Thursday's taxi run with the rear rebuilt what I call the Lancaster, but it was made in Canada fuselage KB976. This week I cover the leak in the system which cut short the first engine test, which I covered in video 192.
They expanded the bellows.
They recharged the air bottles and finished the engine test later that day. They checked out the system and it came down to the starboard main wheel braking unit. The wheel has two air brakes either side each main wheel. One of the bags had perished and was leaking. So the lad set about to replace the airbag. What was leaking on this? The valve or the
bag itself?
Yeah,
oh, was it?
Yeah,
It's in the bin.
In the bin?
The bags have gone
do you want to
porous.
just get it to show now?
Oh.
It's back on the bench.
We have cut it off.
Oh, you had to cut it off.
Has been cut off, but that's what was leaking.
Can you have a look at the profile of it, which expands, which blows up.
That,
That's what I want. Let's have a look.
that blows
I've
up and
just
it
got
forces the shoes out.
Okay. And this is Terry. Your dad used to work on Lancaster, didn't he?
Yeah.
On this one.
This one in particular, yeah. 70 years ago since he last worked on this March.
70 years last March. This March, yeah.
Could have some sort of washer.
Oh,
I'll just have to put that one.
Yeah.
It isn't on the other one. Nothing in there at all. Nothing came out. The other one.
Did you have to change both bags?
No, we tested that one and it's good, so we're leaving that one on. Can't afford to be wasteful of brake bags.
This is a new one.
And that's the air intake, obviously.
Yeah, and it's got its pass there, look.
18423. Can't get much moderner than that.
No.
Right. While looking at a bit of brake shoes back on. I'm not in too worried about them. I suppose that's what the
Gerb told me once what that wire mesh was, but I've forgotten.
Copper.
It just stops the pad sticking to the bag. Nine then, yep. Can't turn upside down. As you go around the brake pads. Brake pads underneath, just pushing up a little bit.
Between each shoe is a fine mesh. This stops the shoe sticking to the airbag and helps to dissipate the heat.
Oh, it's locking it.
The shoe holders slot into the hub, top and bottom, with a bracket and two springs holding them in place. They make sure everything that came off goes back in the correct order and place.
What you could do.
Dave has already back drilled the starboard side of the former, that's former number 28, and skin pinned it in place to steering it to the keel part of the jig.
It's nice. It's nice.
So what are you on with now then?
Just fitting this one. So I've just temporarily put this into place. So I'll take it out, make a few more adjustments. Then when I'm happy with it, I'll clamp it all in position and start doing the holes. The main thing is it lines up nicely. So.
Yeah. What about this gap on this last one?
What? Sorry.
There's a gap just
here.
Yeah.
The skin has to go up. It's dropped. The skin's dropped down. You see. So once that's pinned up to this stringer, then it'll fit nicely like the rest of them.
Yeah. Well, that's a good start then.
It is a good start. Yeah. Yeah. May it continue.
Yeah. Oh, aye.
Going well. I'm doing quite a bit between.
Yeah.
You seen the rear turret though?
No.
The back end obliterated. Yeah, Norm did that and speak to him about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Jack building this up.
Yeah.
And
that's actually airworthy interval.
yeah. And this skin, two of those two were made by Simone.
Yeah, yeah. What gallery?
Yeah. It looks small.
I know. It's weird, isn't it? Because on there,
Yeah. And this is the skeleton, or part of it.
Yeah.
The tickets are just part numbers for off the drawing, are they?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Yeah.
the on.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just identifying the manufacturer's part number, right, from the drawings on each individual stringer, so that we know where it was located, port and starboard, and also start at zero. In fact, we start at 0 at the top, and then 0 for the port side.
I see. Yes.
So you've got starboard 1, port 1, and 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Former here.
Yeah.
Is it in good condition? Well, will it have to be parts replaced? Have they inspected
because
it yet?
it's actually, it's probably going to, it's one of the main formers you see that the actual tailplane bolts to.
Yeah.
As we did with Jane.
Yeah.
There's one of the main tailplane attachment bolts just there.
Oh, that one is.
Yeah. This is actually the frame, same as the one on the forward end. So this will be stripped, assessed, might even be what's called non-destructive testing, where they might actually decide to x-ray it or carry out crack detection. But it's going to need closer scrutiny and a decision made on to whether it's to be replaced or not. Yeah. Until you've got the paint off. There's so much paint on there, you see, from years of protection being applied. You've got to take it back and then do a proper inspection on it. Yeah. And then make that decision.
Yeah. So most of the skins are off, well, this side.
Yes.
They're being inspected while the paint's on. And the ones what pass the first inspection, then we'll go to paint stripping, and then another inspection.
Each skin is assessed on its condition upon removal. And some of the upper skins that have come off have been in excellent condition.
Oh, have they? Yeah. So there'll be how many at the moment do you think percentage of the skins which have come off?
It's very, very difficult to say at this moment in time, Nev, until they're all off, right? Yeah. But the early signs for the ones at the top, that they were in very good condition.
So what about this French window they had put in?
They're deciding whether or not to go back to original wartime Lancaster and get rid of all the... There's quite a lot of reinforcements up there and additional structure, but there's an opportunity to go back. But the management and Andrew and the chief engineer are going to decide how they want it configured for going forward. You know, do we want a wartime Lancaster, or do we want to keep it? Because it was a modification that was carried out for the French. When the French were going to buy them and using them for maritime patrol, they had windows installed in that area. So it's a modification, it's not a build standard. No. It was done prior to the French receiving them, I understand.
Good, right, thanks Phil.
Because all the rivets on, virtually every single rivet on that skin was 532, which is 4mm, and there's several skins, as you can see. Most of them were triple skinned, and so the rivets were very deep. So I don't want to knocking the rivets out. You don't want to damage the skin.
I suppose in between each skin, the rivets perhaps expand.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You get a little bit of sweating between the skins, and then it makes it harder to knock the rivet out. So you have to drill down deeper to tap the rivet out. But some of them, the skin's quite bouncy, right? So when you have to punch, they weren't popping out. So the ones that were bouncy, well, I had somebody with a rigid block but even then they were, because it was triple skin, they were just not, they're sweated into the skins and they didn't want to pop out. So now I'm just popping getting rid of the residual on the bottom row here. Cleaning the nose up and sort of leave a hole.
Thank you.
Dave has already back drilled the starboard side of the former and skimping it in place, securing it to the keel part of the jig. This is former 28, the first one he's made.
A fiddly job.
Yeah, I've had to unpin this, bring it out, because that former goes around the back, as you can see. Around the back of there, so I have to bring this forward, slide that around the back. The locating pin hole. I've got like the pilot hole there, so I just back through the jig, put the bolt in, and then it's fixed in position. But I normally drill a few of these off first, get it tight up to the skin. And then drill that last, and then it'll go back in the same place.
The braking system on the other side of the wheel, this was found to be okay and tested okay.
Springs and retaining clips.
Yeah, that's one. Only 9 to go.
The airbag now fitted around the hub and braking pads fitted around the airbag.
Decided what's going on with you. I did that one by hand. That one went on by
For a
hand.
more in-depth look into the brake assembly, check out video 14 of the restoration. It's with Gerb.
David.
I put a link in the description column.
So these springs fit on the bosses the other side, do they?
Yeah, that.
Oh no, they're in the boss. That is the boss.
This is what the brake bags are fighting against, these springs. This pulls them back into them. One stops them coming off, and two sits them back in position. On.
Well done.
Make sure they're all good. There we go. That's all. Right. So next job is to test it.
So you want the dummy brake?
Yeah.
Now, oh I see, you put that on.
Yeah. Put dummy brake drum on. That stops it.
This is just a dummy brake drum.
While you're doing that, I'm just going to go have a word in the office. Got the okay for a taxi from Bob. I'll just make sure.
What sort of pressure when he's at hard braking does he?
On the aircraft, most will get is 70 psi. It's set at 70 psi here, but we have to test it to 200 psi. We'll check. The only bit we can really check is where the valve goes in here. The rest of it is just we'll put pressure in and just see if it holds. Go and get 200. You watch your gauge for us, Terry. Let's get 200.
Yeah, what is it? 3 divisions or 2 divisions?
It's just 1 division short of two. The middle one's 250.
Right. You need the valve. Oh, it's going up. I can hear it.
Should be about 100 now.
Yeah.
120. 140. 160. 180. Is that about 200?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got to leave it for a minute. Make sure it doesn't go down. While we're waiting, we can snoop the end fitting inside, just make sure that nothing's gone wrong inside when we put it together. Leave it for a minute or two. The test says a minute.
We know it does it in reverse order though, isn't it?
Yeah.
270, what is it, 270?
200, then 150, then 75. There's some logic in there somewhere. You're mainly checking now to make sure you haven't damaged the bag on the way in.
Yeah.
$150 for a minute.
Now you've fixed all these leaks, will you have to charge the system with the bottom before you start up?
Shouldn't have to. You should. Unless it goes below 240, you shouldn't have to charge it.
The next job is get these two back on the wheel.
That's, the wheel is in the right orientation to slide that straight in.
Yeah. I've got the wheel.
The wheel.
I have the wheel.
Right, Mrs. Jones.
It was a bit open coming off, wasn't it?
It was. Once it got in, it'll. Ready, girls?
Yep.
No, I find it easy with one arm.
What are they?
You.
Air thing's about.
There.
Hair
Hair
thing.
thing.
27 years on the fly.
It's a technical term.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it must come around a bit more. Here. A bit more.
One of them's staggered.
Maybe this side. Depends where you hold. Come round a bit more if you can. That's too far round, so I have to go back to the hold before then.
No. There's a paint pen on my bench. There's a paint pen.
3/4 of the way up.
There you go. There you go. So,
It takes Red Bull F1 team of just under 3 seconds.
Is it in that cup, your side test?
Yeah.
It is now.
Down the touch if you can, Brad.
okay, that's good.
Might want the pry bar, George. That started.
Started.
Nearly through.
That one.
Hey?
That one just needs some knocking the tiny bit more outside. Trolley can come out. That's the next test. Runs freely.
The lock plates are on my bench then, is it?
Yeah, I think so. Get the spanner, Jed. How are you going to do that one first? Finish something off. Whoa, that's lovely.